Championship ring.
Liv Morgan to become champion again in WWE despite being dethroned by Rhea Ripley? Potential title change explored. Liv Morgan is trying to recover from her loss to Rhea Ripley on the Raw premiere on Netflix last week, which cost her the Women's World Championship. It appears that this defeat ended her rivalry with the Eradicator, as Liv didn't interfere in Rhea's segment on Raw this week. The former Women's World Champion could be on her way for her next storyline, which might include another run as Women's Tag Team Champion. Morgan has reunited with Raquel Rodriguez since the latter returned to WWE and joined the Judgment Day. As the two are looking for a new direction, WWE Creative could have them recreate their tag team and go after the reigning champions, Bianca Belair and Naomi. Liv and Raquel have unfinished business with Bianca and Naomi and could emerge as #1 contenders for the tag team titles, getting a title opportunity either on Raw or SmackDown or the Royal Rumble at the same time. A tag team title match could create a new angle for Bianca and Naomi, too, as Jade Cargill could return and cost them the titles, revealing either of the two as her mystery attacker. Liv Morgan calls herself the greatest champion in history. Liv Morgan became the Women's World Champion on May 25th, when she defeated Becky Lynch at the King and Queen of the Ring Premium Live event. She held the title for more than 7 months, or 201 days. And during an interview with AS, she said she didn't care about what people think of her, calling herself the greatest champion in history. Whether the fans want to respect me or not, I don't really care anymore. The facts are what they are. Why should I care what they think when I've already accomplished everything I wanted to do and have everything I set out to do? I'm the greatest champion in history. Why should I care? Liv Morgan said. Liv got a major push from WWE from the Raw after Mania onwards and did a fantastic job as a heel, emerging as one of the top superstars in WWE and the women's division. Congratulations to WWE superstar Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan may have lost her Women's World Championship to Rhea Ripley earlier this month, but there are plenty of reasons for her to celebrate. The Judgment Day member has been announced as the recipient of the Comeback of the Year 2024 award by the legendary Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine. Morgan had arguably the greatest year of her wrestling career in 2024, where not only did she become a world champion, but also reached heights of popularity. Her fandom has grown considerably, and it's safe to say she enjoys the same level of respect and admiration as Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, and more. 2025 didn't begin on a great note for Liv Morgan, as her 226-day reign with the Women's World title was ended by her arch-rival Ripley at Raw's Netflix debut on January 6th. However, a major accolade has come her way, which is sure to please her fans. Pro Wrestling Illustrated's latest issue features Morgan on the cover with a trophy for the Comeback of the Year 2024. Why did Liv Morgan lose her Women's World title? Morgan and Ripley's hard-hitting feud culminated on Raw's Netflix debut, where the latter was finally able to dethrone the former as the champion. In a Q&A session on Backstage Pass, WrestleVotes revealed that Liv Morgan's loss could be linked to the impending WWE returns of Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. It was noted that the promotion has major WrestleMania 41 plans for Ripley, Lynch, and Flair, which prompted them to take the title off Morgan. I think it becomes a numbers thing as we get closer to WrestleMania. 2 world title matches for the women's equals probably 4 participants. They wanted Rhea, obviously, to be one of those. I think probably Becky and Charlotte's going to be 2 and 3. And I just don't think they had a spot for Liv there. So they decided to take the title away from her. Considering how big a star Morgan has become, there's no doubt that WWE would have something in store for her as the WrestleMania 41 season inches close. Cutie but WWE superstar sends a message to Liv Morgan after Raw, reacts to her latest photos. WWE superstar Carmen Petrovich sent a message to Liv Morgan and reacted to her latest photos on social media. Morgan's year didn't start off as she'd have hoped on the Raw Netflix premiere. Morgan lost the WWE Women's World Championship to Rhea Ripley on the Raw on Netflix premiere. Post-match, Morgan's on-screen partner Dominic Mysterio tried hugging Ripley to reconcile with the Eradicator. Unfortunately, his plans weren't successful, as he became the victim of a riptide from Mommy. On Monday Night Raw this week, Mysterio offered flowers to Morgan and tried to make up for his mistake. In the show's aftermath, Morgan shared photos that caught Petrovic's attention. Liv Morgan detailed her plans with Dominic Mysterio. Liv Morgan has admitted she plans to have Little Dirty Doms with Dominic Mysterio. Speaking in Kayfabe on the Cheap Heat podcast, the now former WWE Women's World Champion claimed she was ready to take over the world with Mysterio. "We are taking it slow, but how cute is a house of little dirty doms, right? I think right now, the world is our oyster, and we are just ready to take over. And so, we're excited just for life, and for what's to come after I finally put an end to Rhea Ripley, and after Finn Balor finally puts an end to Damian Priest." Morgan and Ripley crossed paths on multiple occasions since the beginning of their feud. Morgan retained the Women's World Championship against Ripley at SummerSlam and Bad Blood, courtesy of assists by Dominic Mysterio and Raquel Rodriguez, respectively. Morgan and Ripley's feud concluded after the Eradicator regained the Women's World Championship. The newly crowned champion was interrupted by Nia Jax on the latest edition of Monday Night Raw before Bayley also joined the fray. Ripley and Bayley then teamed up to take out the former WWE Women's Champion. Morgan's direction after dropping the Women's World Championship is yet to be revealed. Liv Morgan sends a cryptic message after Dominic Mysterio apologized to her. Subtly reveals her true feelings. All is not well between Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. Seeming like the perfect couple, things turned sour for the Judgment Day duo on WWE Raw's premiere on Netflix. Morgan lost the Women's World Championship to Rhea Ripley that night. But what happened next must have hurt the most. Mysterio decided to offer Mommy a hug, quietly abandoning his Garita to try and get back with the new champion. Of course, Ripley attacked him immediately. So, now, the Dominic Mysterio apology tour has begun. Backstage on Raw this week, he told Liv Morgan he was sorry and got her a bouquet of roses. She took them and tossed them to Carlito, while making Dirty Dom do all her errands for her. 2 days later, Morgan has taken to her official X/Twitter handle to send a cryptic message amid doubts over her future with Mysterio. She posted a gif of her looking at the flowers Dominic got her, potentially confirming that she wasn't impressed by the gesture. Liv Morgan may have told Dominic Mysterio that she isn't mad at him, but her tone and actions since then suggest otherwise. The second-generation star has been warned about this already, including by WWE's own Instagram handle. Where does Dominic Mysterio go if he is dumped by Liv Morgan? Dirty Dom has spent so much time with the leading women of the Judgment Day that he doesn't know how to be his own man in WWE. In the